This was pretty cool the other day. I was driving down the street on the trash day, and at random I saw a gaming computer on the side of the road. It was in pretty rough shape. It had the front and back case missing. However, I looked inside and it seemed like it was could have been a decent system, and it seemed like it had a good power supply in there. And see, it's the nice Z170A board, which mostly is for sixth or seventh gen processors. Unfortunately, I already have the exact same CPU and a different motherboard. This one's nicer, but I don't think it matches the system, so I'm not going to switch this over. I'm going to do some testing on this, make sure it works, and probably sell it on eBay, probably $120, $130 or so for the combo here. The other nice piece here was this EVGA Supernova Platinum power supply. Unfortunately, it is missing some of the cabling here. You can get new sets of these, but they're like $40, which at that point I might as well just get a new power or different power supply. However, it does have enough cables for any like a gaming system. You can plug in most video cards. You're not going to put a 4090, but it basically makes this 750 watt power supply. Not quite to that range, but it still should work pretty well. This did take quite a bit of dusting. I had to open this up and make sure I was touching some metal, to make sure I didn't shock myself. Along with this stuff here, I also pulled a media drive, uh, two like Cooler Master fans. Most of these are $10 to $15 or so. Whether you'd actually use whether they're actually worth bothering with that instead of buying a new one, I'm not sure. Got two like fairly large, I believe these are 140s or 160s. This was from water cooling. I also pulled the fans out of this NZXT case. I'm not sure. These aren't really useful. They're too big. Um, this monster was inside the case was 200 millimeters. That's huge. I believe this is 140 or so. It also came with a Corsair H100 water cooling. However, when I got the water was sloshing around, so that generally means that it doesn't have enough liquid in there. Since this was from the side of the road, it's a little hard to tell if, they were running it like that for 10 years and the pump is completely shot, or that I'd find a leak in there. So I'm just going to completely avoid that. It did unfortunately mean we didn't get a heat sink and fan with this. So I picked up a cheap $15 thing. It definitely feels like $15. The aluminum is pretty thin, but it should do the job for this, testing it and making sure it works. The convenient thing is this processor was has a GPU in it, or a iGPU in it, so it will be easy to test. And here's the other important thing, got IO shield. So the next part of this video, you'll see me testing this in a few benchmarking programs just to make sure that it's not going to overheat.